Child's pose. So, Fran, I'm just going to mute you. All right, here we go. All right, have a nice wide stance of your knees. And allow your hips to sink back towards your heels. And, you know, blocks are useful anywhere. You can put them under your knees, under your hips, under your arms, under your head. Stretch the arms out in front of you. And just breathe, you know, side to side, top to bottom. Find the length of the breath as well as the length of the body. Set an intention for your practice this morning. It could be a thought, a sound, a desire, a chant, and a mantra. You know, something just as simple as I'm going to stay focused on my mat today. Let all the distractions of the day be on the outside for the next 60 minutes anyway. Keep your arms wide, so spread them if they're not as wide as the mat. And then walk them over to the right side, so the left hand is at the right corner of the mat, and the right arm is a little bit more outstretched to the right. Pushing your left heel or hip to your heel. Relax the shoulders down. But find that uplifting energy under the arm. Inhale, rise up and walk over to the other side. So you're going to come over, place the right hand at the left top corner of the mat, and bring the left arm wide open to the left side. Breathe into the space on the outside of the ribs, under the arm, and all the way down to your hips. Good. Inhale, come back. Left hand, left corner, right hand, right corner. Push your hips back. And then walk your hands back and sit up on your heels just for a moment as you cross one ankle in front of the other and have a seat behind your heels. Crossing a little bit higher than the ankles, maybe towards the knees. Place your hands on top of your thighs, lift your chest. Just find some strength across the chest, relax the neck and shoulders, and let the chin come down towards the collarbones. Draw the belly button to the spine. And round your back as you pull backwards. Hold on to the front of your knees to give you a little bit deeper access into the scooped out belly. Inhale, pull yourself back up. Hinge forward. Doesn't have to be a lot. Exhale, chin to chest, rounded, curled. Roll backwards away from your sitting bones. Inhale, lift and come forward. Push your hands down on your thighs. Turn to your right, or lean to your right side, lean back, lean to your left side, and lean forward. So make some circles. Use your hands to guide you. And let's reverse the position, or reverse the direction. And use your hands to help guide you in and out. And make your way back to sitting up nice and tall. Inhale, sweep your arms overhead. Take a hold of your left wrist with your right hand. Turn the left palm to the sky. Take your first two fingers together. Bring your ribs down. Tuck your tailbone beneath you. And ground your sitting bones so you can lift longer out of your waistline. And lift up and over to the right side. Good, now hold on or just continue to keep the left arm up. As the right arm comes down, spin your left palm over your head and lean over to the right side, any amount. So you can bring your forearm on the floor, on a block, or just reach your arms outside. Lift out of your waistline, no lifting off of the left hip, so we stay connected. Inhale, come up, reach the arms back overhead, take a hold of the right wrist with the left hand, palm up to the ceiling. First two fingers can touch. Ground through your sitting bones, find the length. And exhale up and over to the left side. And again, any amount. You want to stay grounded with your sitting bones. So if you find that you're, leaning over too much, then just back it off. Good. Take another breath as you release the left hand down. Spin the right palm over your head and lean to the side. Spin your heart open a little bit more. Reach, lift, lengthen, twist. Inhale, come back up. Come up. And bring your arms back up. Just lift your eye gaze up and bring the arms behind your back as you exhale the breath. Lean back, shake out your legs, and just switch the cross of the legs. Might feel better, might feel different. You know, I didn't tell you which leg to go with. Take the breath in again, arms up overhead. Take your right hand to your left palm, left wrist, palm up to the sky. Rotate to the right side, and then release the arms into a twist. Right arm behind you, look over your right shoulder, drop your shoulders down. Bring your chin a little bit towards the right shoulder. So a nice long stretch on the outside of the left side of your neck. Inhale, rise up, take the arms overhead. Exhale, left arm grabs right wrist, lean over. I'm sorry, don't lean over, twist. Boy, oh boy. Exhale, take the twist, right arm outside, left arm behind. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, twist a little deeper. Beautiful. Inhale, return to the center, arms up. Exhale, release your hands. Take your legs, shake them out, and just bring them over to either side. Come back to your hands and knees, or come up to your hands and knees. Cat and cow, tuck the toes underneath you, arch your back, dip your belly. Exhale, round and curl, chin to chest, head comes down, tailbone towards your hamstrings. Inhale, arch your back, broaden the collarbone. So we did a little cat-cow in a seated position, but now we have a little bit more space. So we're going to take our bodies into that space, and we're going to start to move once again to the right side, to the back, to the left side, and front. And then make it as deep or as shallow as your body wants to go. Keep moving side to side and around. And then again, let's reverse directions. When you're done, come back to center and push back to child's pose. Bring the forearms to the floor. Bring your palms together and make a prayer behind your neck. Stretch the triceps, the back of the arms. Take a few breaths. And then empty the breath, release the arms, come up onto your hands and knees. Take your right foot, step it behind you, tuck the toes underneath you, hips are squared. Good, rock a little bit on your toes so you get a nice little calf stretch, a little relief to your toes. You're in some heels this weekend, who knows? And then press the left top of the foot and shin down for some stability. Keep the right foot on the floor. Spin your torso to the right and then bring your left leg a little bit behind you. Right arm is up in the air. Left side of the body lifts up and in. So your right foot is still on the floor. The toes are pointing towards the right side of your mat. Inhale, rise up, face the right side, and lean the right arm down the right leg, left arm up and over. Try not to crunch into your right waistline too much, so lift up a little bit higher. You might not get as deep on your arm, on your leg. Inhale, rise up, arms to shoulder height. Exhale, lean forward, left arm down. Now the right arm and the right leg come up. Lengthen out of your hips, shoulders, bend your right knee. Kick the heel towards the buttocks and grab it with your right hand or towards it. If you can't reach, you could always use a strap towel. Bring your heart forward. Big breath. If you can still hold on to your leg, keep a hold of it as you spin yourself forward and just help it out, guide it to the front of your mat. Hands on the floor or blocks. Lift your chest up. So check out your alignment, knee over the ankle. Good. And your back knee is behind you, so you're not directly on top of it. Giving a little bit of length and relief into the left psoas, hip flexors. Shoulders back, collarbones broaden. Pressing firmly into your right foot, so create some energy through the heel, which will translate to your glutes. Tuck your left toes underneath you. Good, take a breath here. Exhale, straighten your front leg and lift your back leg at the same time. Fold over the right shin. Pulling the right hip back, left hip forward. So if your hamstrings are tight, you know who you are, myself included. You put your hands on blocks, maybe even higher, and it will help you to reach the floor a little bit more. One more breath. Beautiful. Inhale on your fingertips. Now turn your toes to face the left side of the mat. So you're at the long side of the mat. Once again, but you're now on both legs. Rise onto your fingertips or a block. And then exhale, fold your body in half. And just let your head come down to the center. Send your weight so your hips are over your heels. So it's going to feel a little bit like you're going to go forward into a somersault or a handstand for some of you, or headstand even, who go into those positions. But the hips being right directly over the heels is a safe place for our knees, for our hamstrings. Take another breath. Inhale, fingertips, lengthen your spine. Walk to the front of the mat. Excuse me. Place your hands on the floor or blocks, downward facing dog, hips up in the air. Walk your dog from side to side. One knee bends, the other knee bends. Inhale high on your tiptoes. Excuse me. Shift forward to a high plank. Look forward, push the floor away. Resist the earth, dome your upper shoulders just a little bit. Shift a little in front of your wrists and let your knees come down to the floor. Lay your belly all the way onto the floor. Forehead down, inhale, lift your chest up. Keep your eye gaze down and forward. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, cobra. Now, press the top of your foot down and lift your knees up. Walk your hands back in handprint. And then lift your chest up and lift through an upward facing dog. Shoulders are right over the wrists, so your hips might be a little bit more forward or hands might be a little bit more backward. And then bring your knees to the floor, child's pose. Inhale, left leg comes in between your two hands. Breathe in and out. Good. Inhale and exhale. Good. Let's go ahead and take the left leg and step it behind you. Tuck the toes underneath you. Rock and roll on your toes a little bit. Keep your legs strong. Good. Now keeping the foot on the floor, we're going to turn to the left side. Right foot's going to spin a little bit to the right. Left foot is in line with yours, so your toes are about in line with your knee, and your right arm is on top, your shoulders on top of your wrist, left arm lifts up. Can you even reach your left pinky toe to the floor? And lift out of your waistline. Good. Now inhale, slowly bring yourselves up. Gate pose. Reach the arms in two directions, left arm down, right arm up. So in order to not dump too much into your left waistline, you might not get your left arm as far down your leg as you might think you'd like to. But lift out of the waistline, create that space. Inhale, rise up. Reach out to the right side, right hand down. Left leg and left arm up. Good. Now bend your top leg and see if your left hand's going to grab for it. Line up the hip and knee, open up your shoulders, chest. Lift out of your waistline, kick your hand into your heel, or your heel into your hand, or your foot into your hand. Now if you can continue to hold on, go ahead and hold on. Otherwise, we're going to just spin it around to the front, step it through, back into that low lunge. Hands on either side. Good, so left knee over the ankle, right knee is behind you. Getting a little deeper sensation into the right psoas, hip flexors. Some of the hip flexors, breathe. Now tuck the back toes underneath you, and as you straighten the front leg, lift the back leg and fold over your straight left leg. Straight is relative, right? There might be a bend in it. You might be higher up on the blocks and further back on the blocks. Inhale. Look for length in your torso. Exhale, fold over your left shin. Working the right heel towards the floor, but it's not necessary that it touches, right? Press your left big toe down to the floor for the next breath. Then inhale, lift your torso, and we're going to spin to the right side of the mat. Lining up the toes parallel to each other. Lengthen your spine, inhale. And once again, fold your body in half, let go. Move the hips over the heels. And just fold in this wide-legged pose. Take a few more breaths. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Walk around to the front of your mat. Three-legged dog. No, let's just make it a downward dog. Come up into down dog. Chest towards your thighs. Inhale on your toes, shift forward to a high plank. Top of a push-up position. Now you can go back down to your belly or go halfway down with your legs straight. Roll through into an upward dog and turn it back over to downward dog. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale high up on your tiptoes, bend your knees. Let's take little steps to walk to the front of your mat. Take your time getting there. When you get there, separate your feet, put 2 fists in between your feet to have, approximately the width of your hips. Send your weight, again, over your heels so that you're going to lift up the arches a little bit and press into the ball of the foot. And then bring your hands to your hips. Inhale. Rise all the way up to standing. Arms released by your side. Tadasana, mountain pose. So your mat pose can be feet a little bit wider or a little bit closer. Again, it always kind of depends on you, right? Where's your balance? Where's your stability? Where's your energy? So every day could be different. Big toe, little toe, ball of the foot, heel of the foot, press firmly though. Knees lift up as the calves press towards the shin so that the knees don't go backwards. Tailbone underneath you, collarbones broad, chin parallel to the floor, crown of the head to the sky. Good. Palms are facing forward. Lift your shoulders up to your ears. Swing them back, down, and around. Now stand tall. Ground your feet firmly. Inhale, stretch the arms overhead. Right hand grabs left wrist, palm up, and up and over to the right side. And you might go a little bit further this time. Keep the energy hugging the hips towards center. Find a little bit more. Inhale back to center. Change arms. Lift up, inhale. Exhale, lean to the left side. Hug the hips to center. Spin the right shoulder open, chest open. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, release the arms. Take the arms behind your back. Interlace your fingers, wrists, forearms, elbows, or some of you will even take a reverse prayer position. Inhale, lift your heart up. Exhale, fold over your front leg. Hang your head. Shift your hips over your heels. Shake out your neck, yes and no. Keep the collarbones opening, so whatever you're holding on to, still pull your shoulders back towards each other and collarbones broaden. One more breath. Good. Exhale, release the breath, and then release the hands to the floor blocks. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, right foot steps back. Left knee is over the ankle. Hips are squared. Let your fingertips hover off the floor. Good. So you've got to work some of your body here, yeah? Begin to rise up, keeping the front leg bent. Bring the arms up overhead. Exhale, bend the knees and bend the elbows. Keep the hips low. Straighten the arms first, and then straighten the back leg. Bring the ribs in, breathe in and out. Inhale, and exhale. Good. Take another breath. We're going to spin to the right side, warrior 2. So the back toes turn a little bit towards the front toes are facing all the way front. Inhale, straighten the arms and legs, bring the arms up overhead, hug the hips towards center. Exhale, rebend. Inhale, straighten arms and legs. So your torso is facing the right side of the mat. Exhale, bend. Inhale, one more time. Stay here. Good. Reach out of your waistline and turn your left toes to the right, 1/4 turn. Open the arms up shoulder height. Soften the knees and fold down. Take your hands on the floor block. I'm going to bring a block in between my two sides. Left hand stays, right arm opens up, twist. Good. Exhale, right hand down. Inhale. Turn to the left, exhale, twist. Firm grounding of your feet. Hands to the floor. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, rise to stand. Turn the left toes forward, right toes a little bit towards the front. Warrior two. Sink a little lower. Reach two arms in two positions, directions. Think about your left knee not moving inward, rather moving towards your pinky toe. Breathe in, breathe out. Keep the legs as they are. Right arm down, left arm up. Good, lift out of your waistline. Exhale, bring your hands to the floor. Spin your legs around, and once again, straighten your front leg. This time, lift your toes up. And if that doesn't work, keep the toes down. 50-50 shot. Lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold over your shin. Good, one more breath. Inhale, exhale in the space. And then inhale, rebend your front knee. Step back, this time three-legged, left leg in the air, open the hip. So keep your torso level, but open up your left hip. And just let the foot drop back behind you. Inhale. Exhale, four on the floor, down dog. Stay in dog or shift forward and take a push-up. Take a few push-ups. Or just go into the plank and go back to down dog. So these are always, kind of options for us. Good. Inhale on your toes, bend your knees, look forward, take yourself to the top of the mat, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise to stand, bring the arms overhead. Exhale, prayer to the heart, arms by your side. Inhale, bring your shoulders to your ears, stretch them back and down. Hi, Cindy. Good. Standing tall in your Tadasana. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Take the right hand to the left wrist, up and over. Exhale. Now maybe your deepest expression of this pose. Inhale, back to center. Switch sides. Exhale, up and over, left side. Inhale, back and up. Exhale, release your hands behind your back. Take your fingers, wrists, forearms, elbows, or reverse prayer. Inhale, lengthen your spine. And exhale, fold over your legs. Bend as much as you need to in your legs. Hang your head down. Inhale as you lengthen your spine, look forward. Exhale, forward fold. Again, the hips are over the heels so that you feel a little bit of that forward movement. Inhale, release your hands to the floor blocks, lengthen your spine. Exhale, step your left foot all the way back. Hands on the floor or blocks. Hi, Sin, good morning. Hover your fingertips off the floor or the block. Good. And slowly begin to bring yourselves upright. Arms overhead. Bend the arms and bend the elbow of the legs. Boy, oh boy, my fifth chakra is blocked. Good. Straighten the arms. And then keep the hips low as you straighten the leg. Inhale. And exhale. Sink a little bit lower. Now the front leg's not going to change a whole lot in the beginning, right? So we're going to keep it bent as we turn to the left side for warrior two. Right knee bends. Good. Now straighten it, arms and legs. Rebend the front knee. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, arms up. Hold warrior two, exhale. Good, sink a little lower. Now straighten your front leg and turn your toes to the left. And take a block with you if you'd like, fold in the center. Inhale, halfway lift. Right hand comes up, twist. Take this twist behind your back. Look over your right shoulder, hug your hips towards midline. Just opening up the shoulders a little bit more. Get a little bit more movement through the spine. Take another breath. Good. Inhale, release the arm. Exhale, hand to the floor block. Inhale, twist to your left side, left arm up. Hug your hips in. And then take the arm behind your back. So we do a grab on the inside of your right thigh. Open up your torso. And Inhale, lengthen your spine, rise up. Turn your right toes to the front, left toes go with it. Warrior two, sink a little bit deeper. Pull back with your left arm, pull forward with your right, gaze to your right hand. Squeeze your inner thighs towards each other. It's action on the inside, right? And then the knees open up and the hips open up away from each other. So we're creating more space in the pelvis to allow it to sink a little bit lower. Breathe. Take another breath. Good. Exhale, hands to the floor blocks. Turn your back foot forward. And then take a three-legged dog with the right leg in the air, opening up the hip. Square your shoulders, but open up your hip. You can bend and straighten the leg. You can make circles, flex point, whatever feels good to you for the next 2 moments. Breath. And then place all 4 paws on the floor. Inhale, high plank. Choose to take a push-up, more push-ups, or go back to downward dog without pushing up. Lift your heart. And we meet in downward dog. Inhale on your toes, bend your knees, look forward, take yourself to the top of your mat, halfway lift when you get there. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise to stand, bring the arms with you overhead. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. I know I left out a straight leg, didn't I? We'll get there. Take your arms behind your back, any grip, right? Good. Inhale, lift your chest and step your right foot back a little bit, right? Just about underneath your hips still. Then bend a little bit more into your front knee and hinge forward. Start to float your back leg off the floor for a warrior 3. Hips go squared, right leg lengthens, hips are squared. Left knee is bent or straight. You're gonna have to choose for yourself. Keep broadening through the collarbones. And take this breath to gently step back, finding warrior 2 facing the right side. Inhale, reverse it. Exhale, come back to warrior 2. Inhale, straighten your legs. Bring your back foot in once or twice, any amount, or stay where it is. Bump your hips to the right, reach forward with your torso. Left arm down, inside, outside foot, shin, or on a block for triangle. Breathe in. So the same arms that we did in our twist with our wide leg, that T-shaped arm, hips are level, so pull the left hip up and in so they become parallel. The pelvis is a little bit more parallel. Or the hip bones are parallel to each other. Take another breath. Inhale, rise up with a straight leg, reverse it. Let's go back to facing the right side of the mat. This time, take your right arm up and behind your head. Left arm up your back. Some of you will be able to touch both hands. Some of you will take a straddle tap, a towel or strap. And I'm just going to grab onto my shirt today. So way back when we did a tricep stretch for our prayer in our child's pose. So it's the same arm on the right side. Take a breath in and fold out, exhale, all the way down towards the floor. Breathe in and out. So if you feel any stress anywhere, undue stress, right? If you feel the tension of the tricep, if you feel a little bit of the opening or the stretching of the shoulder on the other side, that's okay. Pain, not good. So if you have to back off of it, you back off of it. Take a breath. Fold a little deeper. And keeping your legs as they are and keeping your arms as they are, inhale, look up and rise up. Turn your left toes to the front. Bend your left knee. Warrior 2 with your arms, and they're called Gomukhasana arms, cow face arms, right? Breathe in, breathe out. Good. Then release your arms back to warrior 2. Exhale, release your hands to the floor. Spin it around. Good. I'm going to stretch the left leg straight and fold over it. Toes up or down. And then rebend the knee, foot on the floor, right hand down, left arm up, twist. Lots of twists going on today. Hug your hips towards the center. Lift your belly up and away from your thighs. So really squeeze your hips towards each other. And try attempting to stack your shoulders. One more breath. Exhale, hands down. Three-legged dog, left leg in the air. Open the hip. Square the shoulders. Bring the foot to the floor, downward dog. Choose to stay or play in a vinyasa flow. Chaturangas. 1, 2, 10. 9. Hips up in the air. Inhale on your toes, bend your knees, look forward, send yourself to the top of your mat, halfway lift when you get there. Exhale, forward fold. Press down to rise up all the way to standing. Prayer comes back to the heart, and the arms come down. Good. Take your arms behind your back, however you had them before. Any crossing of the arms, switch the cross of the arms. So if you cross your arms one arm in front of the other, see if you can just reverse that. Or hands in prayer. Inhale. Step your left foot back a little bit further, but you're still keeping your hip over your leg, over your foot. And then lift your heart. Then begin to bend your front knee. Hinge a little forward. So now the hips go backwards as the torso goes forward, and we begin to fly off the floor for Warrior 3. Leveling out the hips as best you can. Find a steady eye gaze. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Softly bending the right leg, we softly step back into Warrior 2. Open up the arms, breathe. Inhale. Reverse the warrior. Exhale back to Warrior 2. Straighten your front leg. Bring your back foot in if you'd like. Move your hips to the left, torso to the right. Triangle pose, right arm down, left arm up. So lift the knees up for some protection, for some energy, really to strengthen your legs, to strengthen your quads, but also to protect the hamstrings. Breathe in, breathe out. One more breath. Inhale, reverse. Straight leg. Exhale, arms up shoulder height, turn your right toes to the left. Take your left arm up in the air and bend it behind your head. Take your right arm behind you. Again, some of you will touch hands, some of you will hold onto your shirt or a towel or a strap, or just reach for it, right? Who cares? Lift your heart up. It's just flexibility. You have it, you don't have it. We are learning to get it. We're finding ways to get it. And forward fold over your 2 legs. So I'm just going to adjust my feet. They were a little bit off-centered. And fold down, getting a nice, maybe not so nice stretch in your left tricep. Head down, hips up. Take another breath. So really keep your legs strong. Inhale, begin to lift yourself back up. Keeping the arms as they are, turn your right toes to the right. Left toes fall a little bit to it. Warrior 2 with your arms in cow face pose. Go Mukasana arms. Good. Inhale, reverse it or release it. Warrior 2. Exhale, hands to the floor blocks. Turn your back hip forward, straighten your front leg, lift the toes. Pull the right hip back, torso forward, lengthen and then fold over your right shin. Fold and empty out. One more breath. Inhale, rebend your front knee. Step into 3-legged dog. Right hip opens. And then place everything down onto the floor. Choose to stay in down dog or take a vinyasa. 1, 2, 10, 9. It's all very individual, right? You can have your knees on the floor. Inhale onto your tippy toes, bend your knees, look forward, take yourself to the top of the mat, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand, bring the hands up. Bring the hands to your heart. Bring your arms by your side. Take a moment here. Mountain pose, ground it. Good. Find your energy. It's kind of regain your composure. Good. Inhale, bring your arms behind your back. Interlacing fingers, wrists, forearms, elbows, or prayer once again. Right leg steps back, hinge forward, and float the right leg off the floor. Hips are square. Good. Now release the arms by your side and dip a little bit lower. Inhale. Exhale, soften your front leg. Listen carefully. Step only about 2 to 3 feet back. Rise up. Inhale. And exhale, fold over your left leg. So you have a shorter stance than we've had in this pose in this class today. Left hip goes back, right hip goes forward. Lengthen your spine, broaden your collarbones. Inhale. And exhale, fold over the left leg. Pyramid pose. Be conscious of your left foot in particular. There's a tendency for a lot of us to roll out to the left pinky toe. Kind of helps avoid the hamstrings a little bit. So push the big toe down, even if you have to bend your knee more or put your hands higher on blocks. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Now we're in a shorter stance still. Bring your left hand on the inside of the left foot or on a block. Right hand to your hip. We're going to turn to the right side, stack the shoulders, and then bring the arm up. So it's a short triangle. And a little less form on the hips. Right? I'm not quite as particular. We don't have as much space to move into. So stack your shoulders over each other, but lift the knees up for strength and energy. And you can have that little right hip swing out a little bit more if you need to. Take another breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Release the right hand, look down. Keep a block on the inside today. Left hand to your left hip. Lengthen your spine. Right hand is on the block, any height, and left arm comes up to twist. Hug your hips into the center. Crown of the head moves forward. Hips are squared off. So you've got to, it's nice to look in a mirror and see, but we have to learn to feel it in our own bodies. So we learn to drop the left hip under, pull the right hip up, and you'll start to feel, the words will start to come alive when you start to connect them to the feelings in your body. Take another breath. Then exhale, fold over your leg. Bend your left knee and put your forehead on your knee. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands to your heart. Bend your left knee. Float your back leg off the floor. Breathe. Exhale, feet together, top of the mat. Arms by your side. Good. Inhale. One more time, take your arms behind your back. Step your left foot back. Hinge forward. And take off. Flight. We'll come down in time. Release the arms. Dip a little lower. A little bit more swan dive here. Good. Then float your left leg back 2 to 3 feet and rise to stand. Bring the arms up. Good. Exhale. Fold over your straight right leg. Your left leg is out to the side at least as wide as your hips, if not wider. Pull the right hip back and the left hip forward. Inhale. And exhale, fold. So remember, we're in a shorter stance than we've been in all of our straight leg work this morning, but we're also in a shorter stance when we move into our triangle. So I'm going to bring the block on the inside of my right foot if you have it. Don't worry if you don't have it. Right hand goes inside. Left hand is going to come up and open into your triangle pose. Stack your shoulders, open up your ribs. Good. Take 2 more breaths here. Find your best space in this pose for today. Empty the breath, fold down. Keep the block on the inside of the right leg this time. Left hand goes down, hips are squared. Right arm to the hip, turn your torso to the right arm comes out, twist. Good. Revolve, twisted, triangle pose. Tricky pose on a good day, right? It's a lot of leveling of the hips, which, you know, hips are very confrontational. One more breath. Exhale, hands to the floor blocks. Inhale, bring your hands to your hips. Begin to send your weight forward one more time and fly. Warrior 3, hands anywhere you'd like. Step your feet to the top of the mat. Release your hands. Ground yourself. Inhale, stretch the arms all the way overhead. Exhale, forward fold over your legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step, step, high plank, pause. Good, stay here in plank. Drop your knees if you choose. Or drop the right knee for this one. Right hand moves to the center, spin onto your right side. Good, side plank pose. So the right knee can be down. You can do anything with your top leg that speaks to you. Or you can keep it staggered. Breathe in, take your left arm over your head. Good, one more breath, lift the bottom hip up a little higher. Nice, exhale, hands down. Let's just go to down dog, hips up in the air. Step your feet a little closer, take your right hand to your left foot, shin or ankle, and twist, look underneath it. Breathe in and out. Beautiful, release your hands to the floor, down dog. Step your feet back if you brought them in. Shift forward to a high plank, shoulders over wrists. Decide to be on your left knee or not. Spin your left hand a little more center and spin yourself over to the left side or to the right side on your left side. Top leg is doing whatever it feels like. It's hanging out, whatever it wants to do. Right arm overhead, left hip up in the air. Breathe in, breathe out. Take another breath. Good, exhale, hands to the floor, hips in the air. Step a little bit closer to your hands. Take your left hand to your right foot, shin, ankle, twist. More twist, breathe. Release the hand. Walk the hands all the way back to your feet. Lengthen your spine, inhale. Bend your knees so your hands will fit all the way under your feet. Wrap the big toe around the wrist. Look forward, inhale. Exhale, send the weight into the balls of your feet, which will take it into your wrists for some relief. Hang your head down. Straighten your legs as best you can. Hips over heels. One more breath. Inhale, halfway lift. Release your hands back to your hips. Rise up to stand. Roll your shoulders back and around. Heel toe your feet together. Inhale, sweep your arms overhead. Exhale, bring the prayer to the heart. Bring your weight to your left leg, right leg lifts up. Flex the foot, knee in line with the hip. Extend the right leg out. Step it down. Once again, take flight with your warrior 3. And from warrior 3, hands to the floor blocks. Standing split. Fold your head over your shin. Hold on with one or two hands. Some of you even want to take handstand hops. Really blocked in my vocal chakra today. So if you take handstand hops, you're going to send your weight into your hands, lifting the left heel to your buttocks, right leg up in the air, fold over. Good, now let's make a curtsy for the queen. Bend your left knee behind the knee ankle. Stretch the leg back up. Exhale, bend the knee, curtsy. Inhale, kick it up. Exhale, bend the knee, curtsy. And then take the left knee behind the right ankle and have a seat on the floor. Move your left foot off to the side so that you're sitting upright. You can sit on a block, of course. You can straighten your bottom leg out as well. Send your hands to the front shin of the right leg. Lift your torso up. Beautiful. Inhale, take your right hand and just sweep it behind you. Twist a little bit more and decide to take the left arm up. Hug, twist, or bind outside your right leg. Inhale. Twist a little deeper. Exhale. Each breath gives you length. Each exhalation of the breath gives you depth. Inhale to center. And exhale, twist to the other side. Inhale back to your center. Send your right foot in front of your left. Take it onto your hands and your left shin. And take it through your standing split for a breath. Exhale, feet together on the mat. You should be, but perhaps not, about midway up your mat. Halfway lift. Bring your hands to your hips and rise all the way up. Good. Inhale, bring your hands to prayer. Send your weight into your right leg. Left leg is lifted. Extend it out. Step it forward, hinge forward. Warrior 3. Into standing splits, hands on the floor, blocks. I'm just going to move this block. Good, so anywhere you are, you have your hands, 1 or 2 on the leg. I don't care so much how high the right leg gets. I mean, it's going to be dependent on your flexibility, right? But make it strong. Now, exhale, curtsy down. Inhale, float it back up. Exhale, curtsy it down. Inhale, back up. Exhale, curtsy it down. We're staying this time, right knee outside, left heel, ankle. Have a seat on the floor. Hug your shin, lift yourself up. Inhale. And exhale. Float your left arm in the air and take it behind you, however you get it there. Hug around your right leg and decide if that's where you want to stay, or bring the arm up, outside, inside. Lengthen on the inhale. Exhale, twist a little deeper. Keep the hips level, the pelvis level. Inhale to the center. Release it. Place your left foot in the center. And one more time, come into your standing split. And place both feet on the floor. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Hands to your hips, rise up to standing. Release your arms by your side. Inhale, stretch the arms overhead. Exhale, fold your way down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step, step. Take a vinyasa, chaturanga. Upward and downward facing dogs. And meet in down dog. Stay for a few breaths. Bring your right leg in the air. Open the right hip, bend the knee. And then bring the knee to the chest, round curl, right knee to right wrist, and send it up. Take the left toes behind you, lift the knee up, shimmy back, release the toes, stay upright, and then find your way down slowly. Now, leveling off that hip so that your left hip bone points down as well as your right. Blocks are always very helpful to keep our hips level, right? And sometimes we just simply don't know that we're not level. And I'd love to reach through the Zoom and help get your hips level, so I'll try to use the best cues I can. Inhale and exhale. Take a breath. Inhale, lift your chest, hands down. Three-legged dog, right leg up. Let it go, shake it out. 4 on the floor. Left leg high in the sky, open the hip, bend the knee. Bring the knee to the chest, round curl. Knee to left wrist, tuck the toes underneath you. Snuggle back, square off the hips. Stay up as long as you find the levelness, or sit on a block, and then begin to fold. Come down. Inhale and exhale. Just breathe, let go. Couple of moments of stillness to bring a lot of openness. Inhale, come back up, release your block if you have it, and then come down to sitting and bring your legs out in front of you. Inhale, lift the hips, the flesh, and sit up tall, staff pose, Dandasana. Inhale, stretch the arms overhead. Hinge forward, exhale, hands to the floor, the foot blocks, wherever you can reach. Inhale, and exhale, fold. Stay with the breath. Inhale, halfway lift. Release your hands. Sit up tall. Exhale, chin to chest, round down. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Really ground through your legs. Energize. Take your time. Good. Lay all the way on your back. Bring your arms by your side. Stephen? Bend your knees, place your feet on the floor, heels line up with your sitting bones. Inhale, lift your hips up. Hands by your shoulders, or just have your hands behind your back. Or support yourself with a block. So I'm going to go right into my big back bend, heart opener, and you find a place where you want to be today. So a bridge, a wheel, a supported bridge. Wherever you are, unless you're on a block, stay on the block. Slowly release yourself down. We'll do one more of those. So choose to be on the block still, in a bridge, or in a wheel. A wheel is a big, big, big back bend heart opener. Your body's prepared, but your mind might not be good. Most of you can do this. Tilt your pelvis, lift your hips up. Stay with that, or go back into, or go into a wheel. Chakrasana, heart opener. Urdhva Dhanurasana, upward facing bow. Lots of names, all similar in the expression of what it is. Wherever you are, come up, down, slowly, head, upper, mid, lower back. Hug your knees up to your chest. Open your arms to a T, shift your hips right, let your knees fall to the left, spinal twist. Inhale through center. Shift your hips left, take your knees to the right. Inhale back to your back, hug your knees to your chest. Lift your head and shoulders all the way up, up, up. And then lay your legs down in front of you. Arms by your side, palms Thumb stays open, take a breath. Exhale, let it go. Shavasana. If there's anything you'd like to take before sending into your final release, or begin to just let everything melt into your mat, all your body weight, all your thoughts. Go back to a breath that is your natural breath, your pattern, solely yours. Find a few moments of stillness. I always encourage you to stay longer if you'd like to in your Shavasana. But if you've got to get your day moving, I understand, so begin to deepen your breath. Don't go yet. Good. Bring your awareness back to the breath, into the space. Start to breathe a little deeper and begin to move small movements through your fingers and toes, wrists and ankles. Gently draw your knees to your chest. Again, if you choose to stay, just turn off the sound. Bring yourself onto either side, make a pillow for your head, resting on your side body. And then bring your weight to a comfortable seat, coming back up. Bring your hands to your heart center, bring your chin to your chest, gaze to the tip of the nose. Connect to the earthly vibrations, to each other's vibrations, to all the vibrations surrounding us. Om Shanti, 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 Om Peace, Peace, Peace. Bow down to yourself first and foremost, bow down to each other for the light, the beauty, the purpose, the peace, the love within each one of you. Namaste, Satnam, go in peace. Happy Sunday, happy week. See y'all next week. Stay home, stay fit, stay healthy. Wear a mask, get back.